Flores doing it his way, because I asked him today, there are a lot of people saying he might do it the Patriot way.
Man, you know, that's the only thing I have to go off of. You know, like in New England, Coach Flores ran the defense. I didn't get to see much of him other than when he was on the other side of the ball and we were talking a little crap to him. And here, you know, it's his show and he's running things his way.
What's his way been so far?
Man, he wants a smart, tough football team that can perform well under pressure. And, you know, it starts with practice and being well conditioned. So getting out here in the heat and what I've learned from everyone, this isn't the heat quite yet. So I'm pacing myself, but getting out here, working hard, and that's what we've been able to do so far.
We noticed that the conversation you and Mike had. Are you kind of taking him under your wing a little bit?
The entire tight end room. You know, that's my job here. I'm the veteran guy in the tight end room, and so I want to make sure that we as a core are able to go out there and execute our job, no matter who's in the game.
What's the most important thing that you want to get across to them?
Executing. You know, knowing exactly what they have to do, when they're supposed to do it, and giving them the tools to be able to go out there and execute.
What have you seen from a guy like Gesicki? He came in really hyped about his talent overall. I know he probably has to work on his blocking. You know, he hasn't gotten that size yet, but
man, we're all learning. We're all learning. Me going into year 8, Gesicki and Durham going into year 2. Clive and Nick going into year 3, 4. We're all just trying to get out there, learn, continue to grow, continue to get better at the tight end position. Because in this league, once you think you know it all, that's when you're on your way out.
I know you're not going to mention specifics, but when you say the word executing, how would fans understand what that means? What would that mean to them? How could you put that in terms that they could understand?
When the ball is moving forward, then everyone on the offensive side of the ball is executing pretty well.
When I asked Coach Flores if it was the Patriot way, he goes, "You call it whatever way you want. It's going to be my way."
Yeah.
He talked about how he's a stickler for time.
Yep.
To be on time, and
Yep.
what time means to him.
Yeah. Early is on time is late, and late is forgotten, as Coach Flores like to say. And you know that's his thing. That's one of the things that he first said the first day that we got here, that he wanted to maximize our time in this building, to make sure that we're utilizing it so that we can go out and execute the game of football the way that we want to. And so guys have been very receptive and have been early.
But you've been used to that time element.
I mean, yeah, sure, if you say so. I mean, again, that's one of Coach Flo's things, and that was the first time I heard that.
Going back though, how much does that add to a team? Because those are little things, but those little things are what establish what kind of group you're going to have.
Nah, certainly. It's all about the little things, and that's another thing Coach Flo stressed to us, making sure that we are sticklers about the details, and one of the details is time, right? Making sure that we're early to things so that we can maximize our time inside this building.
This team hasn't run a lot of 2 tight end sets in the last few years. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I imagine that was kind of the allure of you coming here, is that they might run more of that here?
Man, the allure of me coming here was the opportunity to be around a great coach staff, headed up by a couple guys that I was familiar with coming from New England, but also a lot of guys that were added that, you know, I wanted to work with. The offensive scheme, you know, that all depends on who's calling the plays, not necessarily where they learn the offense from. So the way that Josh McDaniels called things could be and will be, I'm sure, totally different from the way that Chad O'Shea calls things.